What if the secret to slowing down aging was already sitting on a shelf at your local supplement store? What if one tiny molecule could give you more energy, sharper focus, better sleep, and possibly even add years to your life? Sounds like science fiction, right? But millions of people worldwide are already spending billions of dollars on supplements claiming to do exactly that. The question is, which one actually works? NAD+, NMN, or NR? Today, we're breaking it all down. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to take, what to skip, and what the latest science in 2026 is telling us. Welcome to BioWell Hub. Let's get into it. Here's something wild to think about. Right now, as you're watching this video, your body is running on a molecule called NAD+. It stands for Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and it is quite literally the fuel behind almost every important biological process in your body. Your cells use NAD+ to produce energy, repair damaged DNA, regulate inflammation, and even control how fast you age. Scientists have called it one of the most important molecules in the human body. And here's the problem. Starting around your 30s, your NAD+ levels begin to drop. By the time you're 50, you might have half the NAD+ you had in your 20s. And by 60, even less. That drop is linked to fatigue, brain fog, slower metabolism, and yes, accelerated aging. So naturally, the supplement industry jumped in with a solution. Actually, 3 solutions. NAD+ itself, NMN, which stands for Nicotinamide Mononucleotide, and NR, which stands for Nicotinamide Riboside. All 3 are sold as ways to boost your NAD+ levels. But they are not the same thing, and the differences matter more than most people realize. Let's start with NAD+ supplements. The logic sounds perfect. If you're low on NAD+, just take NAD+, right? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. When you swallow an NAD+ capsule, your digestive system breaks it down before it can ever reach your cells. The molecule is simply too large and too unstable to survive the journey through your gut intact. Some companies are now offering NAD+ through IV infusions, which bypass digestion entirely and have shown real results in clinical settings. But that costs hundreds of dollars per session and isn't exactly something most people can do every week. Sublingual and liposomal NAD+ supplements are also gaining popularity in 2026 as more bioavailable alternatives, and early research looks promising. But the data is still catching up. So oral NAD+ pills in their traditional form? The science just doesn't back them up the way the marketing does. Now let's talk about NR, or nicotinamide riboside. NR was the first real star of the NAD+ boosting world. It became hugely popular around 2015 and 2016 when early studies showed it could actually raise NAD+ levels in the blood. Researchers were excited, companies started selling it, and consumers started buying it by the millions. NR does work. Human clinical trials have confirmed that taking NR supplements raises NAD+ levels in the bloodstream. The supplement is stable, well-tolerated, and has a solid safety profile built up over nearly a decade of studies. However, the bigger question that science is now asking is not whether NR raises NAD+ levels, but whether those raised levels actually translate into real measurable health benefits. And on that front, the results have been more mixed than the marketing suggests. Then there is NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. NMN became the most talked about longevity supplement in the world after Dr. David Sinclair of Harvard started talking openly about taking it himself. NMN is one step closer to NAD+ in the biosynthesis pathway, meaning your body converts it more directly. A landmark human clinical trial out of Japan in 2020 confirmed that NMN is safe and effectively raises NAD+ levels in humans. Since then, more studies have followed, and in 2026 the research is genuinely exciting. A study published in early 2025 found that older adults taking NMN showed measurable improvements in muscle endurance and insulin sensitivity compared to a placebo group. Another trial found improvements in sleep quality and cognitive performance markers. These aren't huge dramatic results, but they are real and they are consistent. The bioavailability debate between NMN and NR has also largely shifted in NMN's favor in recent years. A 2023 study showed that NMN is absorbed through a specific transporter in the gut lining that allows it to enter cells more directly than previously thought, which was a game changer for how researchers view its effectiveness. In 2026, most longevity scientists following this space closely are leaning toward NMN as the more promising option, particularly at doses between 500 and 1,000 milligrams per day. But here's what nobody talks about enough. Supplementing with any of these molecules works significantly better when paired with the right lifestyle. Exercise, specifically resistance training and high-intensity cardio, naturally boosts NAD+ levels on its own. Intermittent fasting activates the same longevity pathways these supplements are trying to target. Poor sleep, chronic stress, and a diet full of ultra-processed foods will drain your NAD+ faster than any supplement can restore it. So if you're spending $50 or $100 a month on NMN but sleeping 5 hours a night and eating fast food, you are leaving almost all of the benefit on the table. So what's the final verdict? If you are looking to actively support your NAD+ levels right now, NMN has the most current research behind it and the strongest case for real-world benefits. NR is a legitimate and well-studied alternative, especially if NMN isn't accessible or affordable for you. And traditional oral NAD+ supplements are largely not worth your money in 2026, unless you're going with newer delivery formats like liposomal or sublingual versions. The science of aging is moving faster than ever, and BioWell Hub is going to be right here keeping you updated every step of the way. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below telling me which supplement you're currently taking or thinking about trying. I read every single comment, and I'd love to know where you're at on your wellness journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay consistent, and keep optimizing. This is BioWell Hub, and we'll see you in the next one.